It was the heat of the day, the sun beating down relentlessly as a solitary figure approached the well. She was a Samaritan woman, carrying her water jar, choosing this time purposely to avoid the judgmental eyes of the other villagers. She was an outcast, burdened by her reputation and her past. And yet, this day would change her life forever. Let me tell you why. Not far from the well, another figure appeared. He was unmistakably Jewish, a lone man traveling the dusty roads of Samaria. This was Jesus of Nazareth. This encounter would be nothing short of transformative, and its implications would ripple through history. But let's dig into the story. When the Samaritan woman reached the well, she looked up and saw Jesus already sitting there. Startled, she avoided eye contact. Jews and Samaritans didn't associate, not in those days. The cultural and religious rift was so vast that it seemed impossible to bridge. On top of that, men didn't typically address women they weren't familiar with in public. This was breaking multiple societal norms. But Jesus did something unexpected. He spoke to her. "Will you give me a drink?" he asked. Just those 6 words caused her to stop in her tracks. Confused and slightly defensive, she responded, "You are a Jew and I am a Samaritan woman. How can you ask me for a drink?" Jesus, however, was not deterred by societal norms or human prejudices. He said to her, "If you knew the gift of God and who it is that asks you for a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." The woman was puzzled. Living water? What did he mean? She glanced at the well and pointed out, "Sir, you have nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. Where can you get this living water?" Jesus began to explain deeper spiritual truths. "Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again," he said, gesturing toward the well. "But whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give will become in them a spring of water, welling up to eternal life." This sounded extraordinary, almost too good to be true. She hesitated, but eventually replied, "Sir, give me this water so that I won't get thirsty and have to keep coming here to draw water." Her mind was still on the physical, but her heart was starting to awaken. And then Jesus did something only he could do. He revealed that he knew everything about her many past relationships, her current complicated situation, her deepest struggles. All without judgment, only compassion. Suddenly, she recognized that this was no ordinary man. She said, "I know that the Messiah is coming. When he comes, he will explain everything to us." Then Jesus declared, "I, the one speaking to you, I am he." Those words struck her soul like lightning. The very Messiah, sitting with her, a Samaritan, a woman, an outcast. She could hardly believe it. Overwhelmed with joy and compelled by the truth, she left her water jar and ran back to the town, shouting to the people, "Come, see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Messiah?" The people were curious. They followed her back to the well, and many came to believe in Jesus that day. The story of the woman at the well teaches us that Jesus breaks all barriers, cultural, social, and even personal. He meets us where we are, offers us what we truly need, and loves us despite our flaws. The message is clear. No one is too far gone, too flawed, or too broken for God's love. And that is something worth sharing.